This morning we're in Krems, Austria. We were scheduled to arrive at 8 a.m., but we got here a little bit early this morning. Look how pretty this city is. There's our dock up ahead where we will walk off. We were told there's about 400 yards to get to where the buses are parked, to give ourselves plenty of time to get to the bus so we can leave actually on time. Up on the hill you can see vineyards. You pan around a little bit here so you can see the city. There's a street right here along the riverside. Pretty church right there. I see another steeple in the distance. Can't wait to go look around. She said it's going to be about 400 yards to walk to the bus. Everybody's getting off the gangplank, walking along the path by the river. And I cannot even tell for sure where they're going, but they disappear beyond the trees. We decided to get off the ship a few minutes early, walk around the town that's close to the ship. We were afraid we wouldn't be able to do that after we got back from the tour because we leave pretty early. Plus it'll be a lot hotter then, maybe more people. So I got several pretty little shots here in the town right off from the ship. Did have to want to get there. Had to go up some steps, down some steps, under the street, back up some steps. So that was a little bit of a fun adventure before we got really started on our tour. But I don't think there'll be as much walking today. I guess that will be seen. Pretty monument, buildings and cafes, little shops. There's a church up the way. The streets are cobblestone. I don't know why you would wear high heels on a cruise, but I would say don't wear high heels if you want to walk around the town. Here's the passageway that we came across. We were told that the people are said that they can tag all of these underground passageways if they'll just leave their buildings and historical buildings alone, and so far that has worked well. And now we're off to board the motor coach. And we made it to a car park just up on the left. There's our motor coach waiting for us. Our drive to the Abbey. It's a lot greener here than in any of the other cities we've been to so far, and vineyards everywhere. I don't know the language, but I don't need Google Translate to interpret bazufart. That means don't park here, you'll be towed. Our slow herd enters this part of the Abbey to a reception area. We're offered apricot juice or sparkling wine. After the juice or wine, we were ushered into a little theater to watch a video. After the film, we went back out onto the grounds and divided into our groups with a guide from the monastery. She was wonderful, telling us the history and bits of great information as we walked. First, we went over to a viewpoint, and what a view it is. There's a church down below. And at first I thought it was a large church with a big town all around it, but it's actually a church surrounded by a cemetery. The church below has services every Sunday and once during the week. There's also an entrance to St. James Way. St. James Way is a pilgrimage many people take, and this is one of the places that you can start. It would take you a few months to get to Santiago del Capo in Spain. But those who are on the pilgrimage can start right here if they wish with this path. So we just came from that lookout, and now we're going to enter through the gates. A few minutes of shade. It's nice that we get to wear these quiet locks machines because then we can stand back, listen to her instructions, but be a little further away where I can talk and not irritate everybody else around me. We saw a scale model of the Abbey and learned that there is a library we won't see because it is reserved strictly for the monks. 3 flags wave in the open area: Austria, Lower Austria, which is the state we are in, and the European Union flag. The monastery was founded in 1083. This building is the imperial section, and the smaller building ahead of me is the guest house. People can actually book rooms here if you'd like. They're small, modest rooms, or some larger ones as well. She said you can go to booking.com and find them. The little round chapel dates back to 1072. We're about to enter the church. The ornate extension there is the pulpit, and until as recent as the 1960s, the priest used to preach from there. Now they preach from the altar. To the left and the right are the imperial boxes where the rulers would sit during Mass when they would come to visit. Looking from the altar, you can see the magnificent organ. Then to the left and the right of the stairwell, you can do an entrance down into the crypt. We couldn't go there earlier because they were having Mass, but Mass is over and we can go now. We're going to go into the museum, and she had to unlock the gate for us to go in. Very shallow stairs. Lots of them. They did this because of the women's long dresses at the time, so that when they raised their skirt, they still would not show their ankle. So now we're following her into a room at the end of the corridor. This is the Benedict room, Benedictine room. In the corner is a porcelain heater. This room would have been where important people would have stayed. There are 3 large paintings depicting Saint Benedict. The one on the far wall, or the one on the side wall, actually, is when he stayed 3 years in a cave. The wallpaper is hand-painted. Beautiful room. What goes up must come down. There were 59 little shallow steps to go all the way to the top. She locks and unlocks the gate. Keeps it very secure. Then we came through the middle doors, which is toward the exit. It's a ramp. Just not follow the yellow brick road, but follow the red painted path. Beautiful stone walls, probably part of the original fortification. There's the little sign that indicates where the buses are that you go down the stairs to the exit. Another real cool statue. Okay, we're going to explore what's down here. So they offer wine tasting down here. They have 3 different wines available for people to taste. And from the wine tasting, it spills out into a gift shop. I did my part to support the monastery. Found some dark chocolate with apricot filling. €5.50 for that. I did purchase a postcard at the Abbey because there was no way to get a picture like this angle. Or we came out from the gift shop to see the view.
I'll get you to your bus and then I'm going to run around and take a few shots.
Okay. Look at that view. Man, how beautiful. And our buses are parked right there. Alright, now we've walked a little ways. We're heading back to our ship. It'll be lunchtime pretty soon. Quite the trek to get there. There are several docking spots all along the river here in Krems. Ours happened to dock at the farthest one away from the motor coach park. The map at the front desk that you can take if you wanted to go explore the town a little bit gives a good indication. We were docked right here. She told me that Viking does have 2 dedicated docks, the one where we are and one that's just a little bit closer, the next one up, that we would potentially dock at. So if you're coming on the same tour with Viking, you are likely to be just as far away from the parking as we were. We had to walk along the riverside. There was a spot right here where we could cross under the street and go explore the town a little. Or you could continue walking to go up to the parking lot where we met our motor coach. It was an absolutely gorgeous morning here in Krems. The town is so pretty. We did decide to walk in town just a little bit before going to our included tour. But I did a little steps calculation, and if you're coming to Krems on the Viking River cruise ship, you will probably do about 4,500 steps on this particular included excursion. And some of those are actually stairs that you cannot avoid taking very easily. I guess you could keep from going up in the Imperial Palace if you wanted to just sit outside. But those steps were very shallow, might be easier for some to navigate than others. This is Shirley with Shirley's Journeys, and I hope all of your journeys are pleasant ones.